Avantika, welcome to ITV Gold. I hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad myself. It's so amazing to have you. I have to say congratulations on Spin. It is on Disney now. It's playing there and it's gotten so much love. So I have to ask you, how are you feeling? The film has been released. Everybody's watching it. Everyone's raving about it. How are you feeling?
I'm so happy, and I'm really glad it's getting the traction that it is. I think, growing up, I didn't really have this to look up to on screen, so to finally potentially be able to be that person for other young South Asian kids growing up is just amazing to me. And, we want to get as many eyes on this as possible, and hopefully this movie will pave the way for more South Asian characters on Disney in the future.
Right. You do play the character of Rhea in the movie. It's the main character. It's an Indian American character. The movie is about Rhea exploring, music around her, really finding herself through music, but it's happening while she's living an Indian American life. So, I have to ask you, how was the narration of the movie given to you? And what did you think about it when you first heard about an Indian American centric movie on Disney, an original Disney movie?
So when I read the script, I was just so excited. I was so excited to see a movie like this, and immediately I was like, oh my God, we are finally getting South Asian representation on Disney. And then there was just a little bit of apprehension because I hoped that this movie did not feed into stereotypes, and it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. So once I read the script, any doubts I had completely vanished because this movie breaks so many stereotypes, and it shows, Indian families experiencing things that we deserve to be humanized, and we deserve to be shown in a way that's real and positive and true. And Rhea is pursuing a career that isn't STEM, and she has supportive parents, and she has a really cool nanny. And so I think it's just a really great modern way to portray modern Indo-American families in a way that's true to our community.
Yeah, wouldn't you say that they're trying to basically normalize? When I was interviewing Manjari before you, I actually said that Rhea could have been anybody. She didn't have to be necessarily Indian American. That's how normal, the storyline was. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. Rhea doesn't have to be Indian, and I think the high level storyline is very universal, and I wouldn't say it's generic because I think it's also very specific to her experiences, which are coding and waitressing and DJing, but the themes are very universal and they're relatable to many audiences, which I think is the great thing about this story. It remains relatable to so many people, but also maintains its individuality with the culture and the specificity with the things that she chooses to pursue.
There are a lot of things that I liked about Rhea's character, so let's dig a little bit more into it. Let's explore a little bit more about it. I loved the fact that she was such a perfect waitress in the restaurant, I have seen that happen when you go into an Indian restaurant. Usually they are owned by a family where members of the family are working together, to serve the public that's there. Talk to me about that experience. What took, what brought you into this whole experience itself? What did you have to learn, and how was that whole experience for you?
So I had to learn how to wait tables and how to carry plates and serve people with efficiency and with politeness and just all these things that waitresses are so used to and so skilled at doing. So I had to learn that, and I think that was such a really great experience for me. I grew up with a lot of movement. I played sports, and I am a dancer, but it was interesting to equip those movement techniques and my training in movement in such a cool way. And Rhea deftly weaves between tables, and that's kind of her character, and I think it's just so great that I got to be able to learn that. And a lot of our choreographers and our dancers on set used to wait tables and had experience with this kind of job, so all of them were there to give me the very specific instructions of, for example, the tray was super, super heavy. So in the beginning, when I was carrying it like this, I was also using this hand to support it. And they were like, no, usually this hand is behind, it's behind their back. So, my biceps were really great, but it was just so amazing to learn a new skill.
Yeah, of course. And another skill you had to learn in the movie was DJing, which is
Yes.
so interesting. It's so unconventional, and the fact that I see a South Asian woman do it, it's just on a different level. So, talk us through that process. What was that like, and how long did it take you to, learn how to do a real spin?
So I began learning how to DJ 1.5 months prior to filming, and I had really amazing people to guide me along the process. One of whom was Marius, who was our music composer, and Vijay, our on-set DJ coach. So the both of them were kind of the people guiding me through the process, and it was so much fun. I can't even explain to you how, like, it's just such a weird, interesting feeling to DJ, and I'm really glad I got to do that. I think DJing is such an underestimated skill, and so to finally be able to learn the intricacies of it and learn how the board works and kind of get a sneak peek into a DJ's mind was just so cool to me.
There is this growing industry of South Asian DJs in this country, especially, that like to blend their Indian music with the Western music, and they want to, really create a fusion of style. What do you have to say about that? I'm sure you got to learn a lot about that as well through this movie.
I think it's so great, and I think the South Asian DJ kind of niche, that kind of audience, doesn't have very much representation, if at all any, on screen. So I think this film is really impactful and quite monumental in the sense that it features the first South Asian lead, but I think it's also great because it gives this very niche category of music its own representation. And South Asian DJs are, like you said, a big part of our country now, and they're a big part of our society. I'm meeting so many South Asian DJs myself, so it's it makes me feel really good to hear them say that they feel represented, even though it's a teenager and they're older. It makes me very happy to hear that they feel represented and they feel seen by Ria's experiences on screen.
Yes, definitely. While Ria has all of this fun that's happening, she also has an emotional side. There's also a lot of grieving that's happening. There's a lot of connection that she's trying to find with her mother. How was that described to you by your director? And, what did you really have to work on to sort of portray that? Because even in the end, there is a moment where you're not even saying anything, you're not really moving much, and it's just like, it's just you talking through your eyes when the song is playing in the very end. What was that process like?
Manjari is great at helping you get into the moment, and she really believes with touch and with feeling. So she kind of talked me through, and she was great at giving me substitutions. And I can't go through like every single detail because it was a very long process that she kind of went through, but she spent a lot of the film kind of prepping me for, Ria's emotional background and making sure that the fact that Ria missed her mother was something that was present in a lot of the scenes with the music as well.
Yes, because the music gained inspiration from it. What did you have to say about the music of the film?
I love the music of the film. I think it's so much fun, and I love that the soundtrack features Bollywood classics and English versions of Bollywood classics, and also English and Bollywood music merged together. I think the soundtrack itself is also symbolic of Indo-American culture and how blended together it is.
Yeah, Salim Sulaiman did a song for the movie as well. They're very well known in the Bollywood industry. What did you have to say about that?
I loved it. I'm so glad that happened.
Yes, of course. Let's now talk a little bit more about other characters that you had to work with in the movie. I'd love to discuss how it was working with none other than Abhay Deol. He's really popular. He's been known by many, by the masses, and he does a lot of unconventional work as well. You played his daughter in the movie. How was that interaction like? I know, again, there were a lot of layers to that relationship as well.
It was so amazing. I mean, I grew up watching him on screen, and so to have him play like my family member and play such an important character in the movie was so amazing to me. And I learned so much with him being on set. He's such an amazing person, and he's so kind and so considerate all the time, and he really believes in living in the moment and being present. So I think it's just amazing to learn from him on set as a person and as an actor.
How do you think his character is in the movie? You know, the way it evolves throughout the movie. What do you have to say about that?
I love his character in the movie. I think it's a very nuanced dad, and I think that's how most fathers are, you know, especially with Indian representation on screen. They tend to be slightly more dramatized, or they feed into very aggressive stereotypes. But I think his character Arvind is just really nuanced, and he's an overprotective dad, but not overprotective in the fact that it stems from control issues, but more so that he kind of loves his daughter so much, and that she reminds him of his wife who he lost, and so he just wants her to be safe and protected and kind of in his bubble. So it just stems from fear and protectiveness rather than ill will, which I think is sometimes what the portrayal can be on screen.
Yes.
But he, you know, eventually comes to realize how much she loves music, and that, you know, the bird has to leave the nest at some point. So I love his character. I think it's such a great character, so well written, and he played it so well.
Yeah, and I feel like he gets happier in the end, you know?
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
he totally has more to look forward to. There's so many opportunities up there for him. I don't want to give too much of the movie, but definitely a great character. Another amazing character, and one of my favorite characters in the movie, was Meera Syal's character who played your Nani. Now, she is the, you know, super unconventional Indian American Nani who probably moved here years and years ago and assimilated to the life of America, and now has this amazing diverse perspective of life. So talk to me about working with a veteran actress like that, and her character, you know, really related to Rhea as well in the movie. So how was that, developing that?
It was so amazing, and Meera Syal she's just amazing. She's hilarious, and to work with such an esteemed actor like herself, and so experienced and so wise, it was amazing. And to have her on set and to learn from her all the time, whether she was acting or whether she was just being herself. And I think she added so much to, you know, Asha, and to the relationship between Rhea and her Nani. And I think it helps to have a person with her aura, especially if they're playing like a grandmother or a figure like that in your life, because she truly does give off that energy, that very protective, nurturing, motherly energy. So I was really glad to have her on set and play a character that was just so apt for her.
Yeah, and what I loved about her character also was the fact that she was so supportive of Rhea and her music endeavors, because she was also supportive of her own daughter's music endeavors in the movie. Another character that I'd like to discuss would be Aryan, who played Rohan, your brother in the movie. Really interesting character, always was pitching some ideas. How was developing that the comedy between the two of you? Was it difficult, or did it just come out naturally?
Aryan's great. He's so amazing, and he's so naturally funny, and he's so talented, and it was a blast to work with him.
Yes, of course. You know, let's now talk a little bit more about the fact that this is Disney's first Indian American original movie. This is a huge step that Disney has taken. This comes after Disney has, you know, released something like Meera the Royal Detective, another South Asian, you know, huge cultural influencing animated series. What do you have to say about Disney's constant attempt now at creating these stories about Indian American cultures, and to really push the envelope a little bit forward? You know, how does that feel for you?
I'm really glad it's happening. I'm really glad. And I'm glad Disney is taking that step now, and hopefully they continue to take those steps further in the future, because I hope they see how much of an impact these make on South Asian youth, and how much of a difference it makes on their childhood and their upbringing, and what a positive impact it leaves. So hopefully this paves the way for many more projects like this to come.
Yes, just a couple more questions left here for you. I would love for you to give some advice to the growing industry of South Asian American artists, actors, dancers, choreographers, and even people in production that we're seeing. You know, what are some tips you can give them in order for them to truly make it into the industry? What worked for you?
I think just to really take advantage of the fact that, you know, the South Asian diaspora in the American market is expanding, and to just take that leap of faith. I think even when I was starting out, I still am kind of starting out, but it was just really hard for me to muster up the courage to be like, oh, okay, even though I don't see anyone who looks like me on screen, I think I can go there and make it. But I hope that films like this and like you said, Mira the Royal Detective and so many other actors who are getting critical acclaim, like Riz Ahmed, just so many Desi actors, I hope that all of those signs of success among the South Asian actor community in the film industry, I hope that gives, aspiring South Asian actors the hope that they need to take that leap of faith.
Let me ask you something. What do you say to parents who have these kids and who are still apprehensive about letting them pursue this?
I think most of the apprehension stems from financial stability and the lack they see of financial stability in artistic careers, which, I mean, they have a point. It is the truth. It's hard to be financially stable in this industry, but I see so many actors in LA who balance school and acting and who go to college while also auditioning. So I definitely think if you're hesitating to let your child into acting because you're worried that they won't focus on their education, all you really need to do is instead of kind of restricting it altogether, to just make your expectations clear, because I think if someone wants it bad enough, they'll definitely be able to manage studies as well as acting. And if parents are super supportive and provide a good support system, that's it. They can do anything they want to.
Yes, 2 more questions left here for you, Avantika. You did work in India as well, and I'm sure you will continue to. I would love for you to discuss how that experience has been and how different was it working here as compared to working in India?
It was great. I really, really loved working in India, and I definitely think it was a tougher environment for women and children to work in the film industry there, but I think that kind of also prepped me to come over here because I was, from a young age worked in a certain way over there that when I came here, I kind of was able to settle in a lot quicker and a lot more easier. I also worked there a lot with family and with such close interaction with my culture, which I think was so much fun to be able to dance and interact with so much color. And when I came here, I think that was the one thing I really, really missed. But I'm glad that movies like this are coming out and scripts like this are being developed, because I think that gives an opportunity for South Asians to work in close connection with other people from the South Asian community.
Yeah, that's so true. And finally, my last question to you has to be, I have to ask you, what is coming up next for you? What are you excited about? What are your hopes for the rest of the year? Give us whatever insight you can share with us at this point.
I'm now starring alongside Rebel Wilson on a Netflix movie called Senior Year, and that will be releasing sometime next year. I just wrapped filming, so that's very, very exciting, and it's kind of an adult comedy film, and it's very different from Spin, which I think is also exciting. I play a cheerleader, and I think it's very exciting to see South Asians in roles like cheerleaders and like in Spin as a DJ, which are very non-stereotypical roles for us. So I think it's great, and I'm glad that people are being more open to casting, Desi girls in roles like that. Yeah. And I have also kind of, for a long time, really wanted to produce. So I recently optioned a New York Times bestselling novel to produce into a movie. So that is also very much so in the works.
Oh, wow. That is so exciting. Breaking barriers over here. I love it. Thank you so much for your time today with ITV Gold.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Pizza drone.
Family. They're called TikTokos. Chill.
Night, Baba.
Repeat. Friends.
Shakib.
Family.
This is why you're my favorite daughter.
Your only daughter. Chill. Repeat. That's perfect. Friends. Family. Chill. Friends. Family. Chill. Friend. Family. Chill. Repeat. 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 Wait. Hold up. Go back.
Who is that?
I've never seen you smile like that before.
That's Max. He's a DJ. He's probably way too cool for me. Teach me how to spin.
You want to be a DJ?
So it's a date.
Ready, set, go. We don't stop until we're done. Take your places on the floor. Start in 3, 2, 1.
It's really amazing how you're picking all this up. You could be great.
So you're a musician?
No. It's just a hobby.
Not DJ contest.
We entered for you. loved making that song with Max, but what if there's no more music in me?
Your mother always said
It's all music.
she didn't run out of music, and neither will you. Go find it, let it out.
Welcome to Battle of the Beatmasters!
Show everybody who you really are.
I'm ready.
You were born ready.